Hello. Welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa, and today I'm here to answer all of your burning questions about makeup, products, and everything in between. I think a few weeks ago at this point, I asked you guys to slide into my DMs on Instagram with all of your pressing beauty questions, and today I'm here to answer them. I'm always recommending stuff to you guys, teaching you how to do stuff, but I really wanted this to be like a two-way thing, a conversation, and I wanted to see what you guys are struggling with so that I can help you with my expertise and everything that I've learned along the years. So this is something new that I'm trying. I'm very excited to get into it. Please let me know if you like it so that I can do more, and obviously follow me on Instagram so you can ask your burning beauty questions and I can answer them for you. For now, I'm really excited to dive deep into these and answer all of your pressing questions. So let's talk beauty. The first one is bronzer looking patchy, whether it's matte or satin. So that's something they're struggling with. Their bronzer is looking patchy. Babe, I got you. I have a permanent patch on this side of my face, and sometimes, it's part of your face. You can't really do anything about it, but sometimes you can. So I'm gonna give you all the tips right now. The first thing is making sure your skin is always prepped properly and obviously exfoliate every few days. This is kind of like a general thing that I'm gonna be telling everyone that asks questions, because skin prep is really like a big foundation to making your makeup look good. So if you're not yet, then definitely proper skin prep, a lot of hydration, exfoliate every few days. But if it's more like an in general patchiness, it may be the products that you're using under your bronzer, the way that you're applying the bronzer, or simply like the actual bronzing product that you're using. If you're currently using a powder bronzer and you're having that problem, I recommend switching to a cream or liquid bronzer, because sometimes it can be a little bit easier to melt that into the skin and make it look a little bit more natural and less streaky. But it really depends. If you're already trying powders and creams, then definitely try a different brush. Make sure your brush is clean, like a different mode of application. Maybe try it under your foundation, like an underpainting technique. Like really experiment with different ways. And if you already have, then yeah, definitely look into your product. Like, what is a product that you're using? Maybe it's not compatible with the base products that you're already applying. If you identify where the problem is, it'll be a little bit easier to fix it. Moving on to the next question. This one's in Spanish. They're asking for recommendations for mature skin, and specifically a serum to use with like red light therapy devices or like electromagnetic devices. And I have a few product recommendations here. Usually if you buy a product kind of like the NuFace or something similar, they sell their own serum or like conducting gel to go with that. So if you have one of those products, you probably have already tried the conducting gel, or you can just buy the conducting gel from NuFace or from other products and use it with your products. It probably is going to be compatible. I like to use the Vichy Mineral 89 booster for whenever I do like red light therapy, or I'm doing like electromagnetic, I don't know if that's the right word, electromagnetic, like the zapping, like you know what I mean? Those kinds of devices. I like to use this one. It has a little bit of like slip to it, and I'm not gonna say it's like sticky, but it really like helps conduct the red light or the electro shocks to your skin without tugging, pulling, or like, zapping your skin too hard. Another thing that I've seen a lot of people do is using like actual ultrasound gel. They just buy it on Amazon. It's super cheap and it works perfectly for those devices because it really makes them glide on your skin, and it's just like a very hydrating solution or formula or situation that you can just apply on your skin and then go in with a device, and it's never gonna tug on your skin. So if you're looking for like a super affordable hack, you can buy ultrasound gel on Amazon apparently. Or I know that Experiment has a glycerin serum that is super like sticky and super hydrating and glidey. You could also use that one as well. But overall, just look for something that's hydrating and that has enough like wetness and slip so that the devices do not tug on your skin. The next question is how to apply your foundation so it doesn't look cakey, separated, etc. The thing you need to keep in mind, just like I already said, skin prep is everything. Make sure your skin is properly washed. Maybe use like a gentle exfoliating product whenever you're gonna apply your foundation to get rid of all those dead skin cells, because the dead skin cell buildup is kind of what can make your foundation look super cakey and not blend into the skin and really sink into it. So that is a really big one. Make sure your skin is prepped super moisturized, especially if you have drier skin, so that it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't like, cling onto the patches. I would also say to experiment and find a formula that really works for you. What do you really want? Do you want a foundation that is dewy and light coverage? Are you looking for something more like middle of the road, satin and has decent coverage? Or do you want to go for something like super matte, full on like, not cakey, but it's gonna be heavier on your skin? If you want something that's more dewy and lighter, it's less likely to get super cakey on your skin than if you want something that's super matte and super heavy because of the nature of the product. So really experiment with the formulas that you want and really nail down the look that you want so you can pick a specific foundation that works for you. One application tip that I have for you is less is more. Start with very, very little product, and if you need more, just apply it to the areas that need more coverage, because if you go full on all over your face and you don't really need the coverage all over, the more you pile on your skin, it's gonna get heavier and it will definitely look a little bit more cakey. So less is more. Also, a sponge like a makeup sponge is beautiful to help you like absorb excess product, and if you feel like your makeup is looking a little heavy and cakey, it's a great tool if you're not already using it. As for the separation problem, again, this is gonna depend a lot on the type of skin that you have. If you have oilier skin, I find that sometimes separation can be a lot more usual. So obviously set your makeup. Go in with a powder that is not super heavy, something that's super light, kind of maybe Kosa's Cloud Set or the Hourglass one. Those are a lot lighter so that you avoid getting super cakey, but you do want to set that makeup so that it doesn't start separating as the day goes by. Check on the products that you're using and make sure that they don't clash with the skin prep that you're doing or like other products that you're applying, because sometimes, for example, your foundation can be oil-based and your moisturizer can be water-based, and that just creates disaster. So really make sure the products that you're using align with each other to avoid that separation as well. Okay, next question is a lot of questions in one, so I'm gonna dissect each one separately. A mascara that doesn't run, and that is brown. Okay. I love a lot of brown mascaras. I know this person lives in Guate, so unfortunately we don't have everything available to us as people in the US or other places might have. So I'm gonna recommend a few that you might be able to find here. Okay, first one is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. This is a really good mascara. It gives you that length and separation and curl, and it comes in a few different shades, brown being one of them. This mascara, like if you have trouble with smudging, this is not gonna go anywhere. It is even a little bit hard to remove at the end of the day, so be warned, but it doesn't really smudge at all when you're using it. It holds the curl. If you have smudging problems, it is the perfect mascara for you, and I think you can get it at the supermarket or maybe pharmacy. The L'Oreal Telescopic, the original, they have the washable mascara and then they have the waterproof. If you have a lot of problems with transfer, I would go for the waterproof, and that is for any formula ever, because that is gonna be a little bit more long lasting on you. But yeah, the L'Oreal Telescopic original washable mascara also comes in brown. This is a little bit more of a natural mascara that gives you that length. It opens up your eyes. It's not super voom mascara, but it's perfect for every day, and the brown color makes it a little bit less harsh. And then if you're looking for something a little bit more fancy, more voluminous, more like, intense lash look, I would go for the Dior Show mascara. They also have it in black and brown, so you can get the brown one. I don't know if this one comes in a waterproof version of it, but this is a really good mascara if you want that volume and that intensity to your lashes. And if you're someone who likes to buy things online, or maybe this is more accessible to you if you're looking for a brown mascara as well, the new Buble and Rudy Berry chocolate dipped tubing mascara. It's just super like rich brown. I am dying to try it. It's sold out right now, but the drops come in batches. So sign up, and then the next time a drop comes, you can purchase it. I am so looking forward to getting this because it looks so nice. It's the newest brown mascara on the market, I think, and it promises a lot of good things for your lashes. So it's another one. It's like a little extra one that I'm sprinkling in there, and you can purchase it if you want to online. One other thing that I want to say, if you're struggling with your mascara smudging, make sure that you're setting your makeup or your SPF or anything that you're using. If you're applying a lot of of things on your skin and they're very emollient and creamy, the transfer can happen real quick. So if you apply maybe your foundation or concealer and you don't set it, then the transfer is going to be more prone to happening. So set it with a light powder. Same goes if you only wear skincare products and maybe your eye cream is super emollient. Make sure that is like sunken into your skin very, very well before actually going in with your mascara to minimize that, you know, smudgy situation, or set it with a little bit of powder. Even if you're not wearing any makeup, that is going to save you from raccoon eyes. Trust me. And the other question that this person asked is a burgundy eyeliner that again doesn't smudge. My favorite long-lasting eyeliners are the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and I use it all the time. It does not smudge no matter how much I cry. It's perfect on your lids, it's perfect on your lash line, it's perfect if you want to do like the waterline or tight line. Like, it really, really lasts all day long. You don't have a lot of playtime with it, but whatever you want to do, when you apply this and it sets, it is not moving anywhere. I'm not entirely sure that this line comes with like a specific burgundy color, but I do think there's like a wine color, which is more like a purpley brown, which could potentially be what you're looking for. It's more on the burgundy family. I feel like they have two shades like that. Let me check. There is Love Drug, which is a deep wine metallic, so it has a little bit of shimmer in that metallic. And then there's Alkaline, which is only a deep wine, so it is a deeper burgundy. It's a little bit more purple. It's not exactly burgundy, but it is along those, you know, along those lines, kind of in that family, and it looks beautiful on brown eyes specifically because that little bit of purple kind of really pulls out the natural brownness of the eyes. So if you want, like, if you're good at doing eyeliner, like you're an eyeliner pro, you do your eyeliner all the time, and maybe you're not looking for a pencil, try the Inglot AMC eyeliner gel in the shade 65. This is a true burgundy. It's a little bit more red. This eyeliner literally does not move. It will not go anywhere, no matter where you put it. It will stay on your skin. Trust me. It could be a hazard, but you can obviously remove it with makeup remover, but it does take a little bit of work. So if you really struggle with smudging, I would say this is the one to go for. It's also not super expensive, and the littlest bit goes a long way because it's super pigmented. And then last but not least, again, if there's someone else in here that is curious and wants a burgundy liner, or you're someone who likes to shop online, you can get the ColourPop BFF Creme Gel Liner in the shade Joyride. This is an $8 eyeliner, and it is a really, really great gel eyeliner. I've had this formula for years and years and years, and it is pretty long lasting. This is a deep end burgundy, so it is a little bit deeper. It's not super red and vibrant, but I really like it as well. I think it's really nice. It's a little bit more affordable, so if you're just experimenting, maybe you can get it and try it out. It is easy to use. Again, because this has a lot of staying power, it doesn't blend all that much. Like, once you apply it, you have a little bit of playtime, then it sets and it's there for a while until you want to remove it. So this is a more affordable version of the other two that I talked about that you can actually test out and see if you like the color, if you find it works for you and your features, and, you know, just to experiment without having to spend a lot of money. Next question. It's not really a question. You have perfect brows. Want to hear how you keep them that way? Thank you. Thank you so much. Honestly, a big part of it is genetics. My mom has really great eyebrows. My dad has, he has okay eyebrows. They're not sparse, is all I'm gonna say. And one thing that I do not do is touch them all that much. Like, I do not go somewhere to have them threaded or waxed or anything. All I do is clean up. I go in with tweezers and clean up the bottom of my brows, like dook dook dook. It's a little painful, but I manage. I've been doing it for years. And then the top of my brows, where I have more like finer hair, which could be also just hair from my face, but it kind of does connect. I do like to go in with a little bit of wax sometimes, or like sugaring paste, and I go along here. I don't get too close to the edge, but I just do like a little cleanup strip myself. I do all this myself. I don't know, I feel like I don't trust other people to see the vision when it comes to my brows, so I really just clean up. Sometimes I do like cut the tail of my brows a little bit because I do feel like they extend too much sometimes, but it depends on the day, honestly. When it comes to actually like doing my makeup, filling in my brows, I don't go super crazy. Like, you've probably, if you've seen my videos, you've probably seen me. I kind of just fill in the areas that need it. Maybe sometimes like play a little bit with like making my brows a little more even because they're obviously sisters, not twins, but I don't do a lot when it comes to filling in, and I always like to set them. To fill in the brows, I either like a pencil or a pen. I think my all-time favorite is the Glossier Brow Flick in brown. I love this because it is pretty sheer. It doesn't look super intimidating. It's sheer. I really love the like little tip, and it's easy to remove if I fuck up. Also, the undertone works pretty well for me because even though it's brown, it's not super warm. Then I also have the Nabla Brow Ambition, and this is a shade Warm Brown, which is not my preferred shade. It was the only one that they had, but this has a super fine tip, which I also love because it makes it a little bit easier to actually do the hair strokes. And then for a pencil, the only pencil that I really have is the Kosas Brow Pop in the shade Dark Brown. This is really good. It has that like angle. It also has a spoolie on the other end. This one works really well for me because I have thicker brows, so I kind of like just run it along. I'm not super precise or anything. I have tried a lot of things over the years to set, but these are the things that I'm really like loving at the moment. The e.l.f. Brow Lift. Oh my god. This is insane. It's kind of like a copy of the Anastasia Brow Freeze, but it is a lot more malleable and less like goopy and like doesn't make your brows look bad. I love this because it doesn't give me dandruffy eyebrows. If you know, you know. If you have dark brows, you know. It is not the most like intense like boom leaving your brows there product, but for every day it's perfect. I really love it, and it's like $6. So right now I'm also loving the Have Magic Grippy Brow. This is a sculpting gel. I love the little spoolie as well because it has the short side and the long side, and this is kind of like an in-between product. It really does comb my brows and just make them look like really nice and feathery, but it's not super hard on my brows, and it doesn't make them look crunchy, which is something that I don't love. Sometimes I need, but I don't love that look. This one is kind of like an in-between product. It doesn't like super like boom set my brows, but it really combs them and makes them look naturally nice, you know? And then last but not least, my brow obsession at the moment is the Rare Beauty Flexible Lifting Gel. This is amazing. Amazing for everyone who has eyebrows, okay? It is a little bit more intense. It's what I'm wearing today. This really like just grips all your eyebrow hairs and like pushes them up. It's not crunchy, but you can feel the product on the brows a little bit more, but it's still malleable. So I really love it, especially for my dark eyebrows because it doesn't leave me dandruffy eyebrows. So those are kind of the products that I'm loving for my brows right now, but honestly, I try to let them be and appreciate them for what they are. Okay, last question slash request that I'm going to answer today because I just love yapping and I do not shut up is makeup products for people who are just starting out, men specifically. If you're just starting out, I will give you the same advice that I've given literally everyone who has had like makeup issues or wants makeup recommendations. Have your skin prep locked. Like if you don't have a skincare routine as a man, you never know if people do or don't. I'm willing to bet this person does though, but if you don't have even the most basic skincare routines, your skin is not gonna look good and makeup is not gonna make it look better, okay? Makeup will not fix the problem, so make sure you're cleansing, you're moisturizing, and every few days you're exfoliating to get rid of that dead skin on your face so that makeup can look natural on you. I'm assuming that this person wants to get into the basics of makeup more to like enhance. They're not ready for like a blue smoky eye yet. For now, I'm just gonna touch on the basics that will help you just make yourself look a little bit more awake, more enhanced, nothing too crazy. Whenever you're starting to experiment with makeup, this is something that I did and I'm so grateful. Start with drugstore products. Drugstore products are amazing nowadays. There are some that aren't, but for the most part, there's a lot to choose from and they are pretty affordable. You don't need all that high-end stuff yet because you're learning how to use makeup. So if you fuck up and you need to start again, you're not wasting any product. And then once you have your routine down, you can start splurging on makeup. But for now, you're still learning the basics. Here is everything you will need. First things first, a good concealer. So I don't think you need like a foundation or a tinted moisturizer or anything. I think the first thing that you need is a good concealer. For me, a great concealer from the drugstore is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This comes in so many different shades. Find the shade that is closest to your skin tone because you want it to match to your face. So this is perfect for pinpointed coverage. What I mean by that is if you have like dark under eyes and you really want to get rid of those, a little bit of this on the under eyes, perfect. You blend it out with your finger, or maybe you could actually buy a makeup sponge. Those make life a lot easier. You wet the makeup sponge underwater, you rinse out the water, and then you go in and you blend that out. Same goes for the skin. If you have a little spot here, you can go in with a little bit of concealer, boop, 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 blend it out, you're good. You don't need coverage all over your face because that's obviously gonna look a little bit more obvious. So I think this is a great concealer. I love it. And I think it's perfect for beginners because it's not super dewy, it's not super matte. It really does look like your skin and it's easy to use. Then you need a powder to get rid of the excess oiliness and to set whatever concealer you put on your skin so that it's not moving around all day and so that you don't look super shiny. So you can go for like the Maybelline powder that is loose. You can try, I think the Rimmel powder, they have like translucent powder. It's old. I don't know if they make it anymore, but if they do, you could totally try it because it's really good. It's a compact powder and you just apply a little bit of that with a brush maybe, or even with your sponge. You apply it to wherever you applied the makeup. It will not look cakey. It will not look unnatural because you're going in with a light hand. I would also say you could add a bronzer into your routine if you want to add a little bit more dimension to the skin. Two bronzers that I love from the drugstore are the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is more of like a cream to powder bronzer. It will look a little bit more natural on the skin because it is more of a cream. It will just blend into the skin. But if you're not willing to try a cream, you can go in with something like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which is a powder. It also comes with a brush, but I don't recommend that. Like, grab like a bigger fluffy brush, you boop it here, and then you go everywhere that the sun naturally hits. So when you get sunburnt or tanned, where does it usually hit first? Your cheeks, so over here, a little bit on your forehead and on your nose. Those are the best areas. You don't have to go everywhere, obviously, and you can go in with a light hand as well. And then for the brows, I think a clear brow gel would work wonders to just groom the brows. You don't have to really do anything crazy to your brows. You don't have to fill them in. Like a clear brow gel to just run through your brows. I think NYX has a great one. You run it through your brows and you immediately look a little bit more groomed without having to do anything, without having to add intensity or color. Everything just looks a little bit more framed and it helps the rest of your face look cleaner. And then if you want to enhance your eyes a little bit more, you could totally use a mascara as well. You can go for a clear mascara if you don't want to add any more tint to your eyebrows and you want to make it look a little bit less noticeable. The Great Lash by Maybelline, they have a clear mascara. You can use it. I used to use it whenever I wasn't allowed to wear makeup at school because it's just clear. So it's gonna like open up your eyes a little bit, make your lashes look a little bit fluttery, but it's not gonna add any color. If you do want to add a color though, I recommend maybe something like the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. It is a really, really good mascara and you don't have to like layer it. You can just add a little bit of it and again, it will add a little bit more brightness to your look and open up your eyes a little bit more. You go the way you want to go, but a little bit of mascara, in my opinion, is one of the greatest things you can do. And last but not least, please, a chapstick, a lip balm, something to make your lips look nice. It doesn't have to be glossy, it doesn't have to be anything. For me, I love the Naturium Phytoglow lip balm. This is in the clear shade. You can also get a tinted shade if you want, but Aquaphor works just fine. And this is like in general, even if you don't wear any makeup, like moisturize your lips, please. Grab your Aquaphor, your Vaseline, whatever you have, and apply it. Having like nice, not crusty lips also makes you look more put together. You don't need a lot of products to enhance your skin. Those are the basics. Stick to drugstore and just experiment and have fun and find what you like and what you don't. Okay, and that wraps this video up. I had the most fun answering your questions. Oh my god, I think I want to do this more. If I wasn't able to answer your question or you weren't able to submit a question, don't worry about it. Follow me on Instagram, and the next time I do this, submit, and you might have more luck. Thank you to everyone who submitted a question. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for trusting me to give you like product recommendations and like advice on your makeup. That means the world to me. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe down below for more videos like this one. But for now, I think I need to stop yapping because my throat is starting to hurt. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you, and I hope to see you right here for my next video. Bye! Mwah.